Coco, shut the fuck
Hola!
up! Hola!
This is a podcast live from the childhood bedroom. I mean, I've hit bedrock from my bedroom playing nothing.
Shit, I don't know. Like, hold on, I think my gain is a little low. 1 second, but like I don't know how I'd feel if I still had access to that bedroom. If I still stayed in that bedroom, I'd feel infantilized almost by going home. It's a
Infantilized? What does that word mean?
like made an infant, right?
Oh, I know what you mean.
I don't know if that's the correct meaning of that.
It's definitely like, I'm home for spring break, just to give context. It's definitely like you immediately get home and you immediately feel like you're in high school again.
I don't want to do that. Yeah, treat someone in a way that's a child. Like,
my parents don't treat me like a child anymore. But
I mean, mine do when I go home.
My mindset makes me feel like I'm a child again.
Yes.
Like
Do you ever
staring at
get
all these posters and toys and stuff like that.
like by the time you leave, it's all right.
I'm literally leaving like a few days already. I'm leaving Sunday.
Well, what do you take like a bus back?
Nah, my roommate.
Oh, well, yeah, you're gonna drive your roommate, but like when I leave home, I'm like totally dependent on other people while I'm home.
Yeah.
So like when I leave, it's like I get dropped off at the airport and I'm just like, well, shit, I don't know what to do now. every time I get out of the car at the airport, it's always the same feeling. It's like, oh shit, I got to do this myself.
And then you just immediately adjust. You walk up to it's like I'm an adult again.
It takes like a couple minutes before I'm back to like, oh, okay, all right. But that's always a weird feeling, and it happens every time.
I know what you mean.
Have you had that feeling?
Yeah, I definitely have. Like
what?
Like, I'm trying to think of the last time.
Just like any time you leave
Forget
home,
it.
like that.
I can't think of a single example, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the number one talking podcast on the internet.
That's true.
We have the most riveting conversations.
Hey! I want to talk about this a little more because this is an interesting.
Talk about
topic.
it more. I want to hear it.
Yeah. So like the like going home, it's I don't know. Yeah, I always feel like a child, like I'm dependent on other people. And I leave and it's all back to normal. It's like, yeah. It'd probably be a little bit better if I could drive, but like, even then, it's like, if I don't keep asserting that, like, that I'm an adult, then eventually I will not be treated as an adult if I'm there for long enough.
Yeah. This is probably the first break ever where my interstate, I think it's because I haven't been here long enough, but my interstate feels exactly the same as when I'm away at college. Like, I think this is the first break ever where I feel no different being home. It's weird. Like, usually within like a couple of days, you're like back to high school self. But like, this is the first break where I'm like, where it's like I realize I don't live here. This is just for a week. I'm going home in a few days. Not home, back to my apartment in a few days where I live alone. And this is just my childhood room. And this is just my childhood house. You know what I mean? This is the first time I actually feel that way. It's weird. Maybe it's because I finally like don't live in a dorm or share a room and I have my own apartment. Maybe.
That definitely could be it.
Because I definitely feel more like an adult now that I like go to classes, do work, have my own apartment.
It's gonna be weird going back after working, after like having a job, and then I'm going to go home and have to be driven around.
You want to know the weirdest feeling? Spending an entire semester as a working adult in DC, and then going back to UF as a student.
Yeah, I.
It was so weird. You're like sitting in class and you're just like, wait, whoa, I'm like above all these people because I experienced adulthood. It's like this weird like feeling.
That would
you know what
that
I'm
would
trying
be
to say
true,
now, right?
That would be true with me, except every single person at my school has had or will have the exact same
Yeah.
experience. So it's like I just want to get the fuck out of there as soon as possible. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah, me spending a
tell you
semester
that?
working has made me realize like I cannot wait to graduate. Like I thought I liked school more than working, but I've come to realize I'd much rather be a working adult.
Yes.
Because I feel like also when you're working, your worries stop as soon as like your work related worries stop as soon as you leave the office. You know what I mean?
It's like I feel like working compared to doing classes is like I'm exchanging a bit of my time for not constantly being in stress, because
Mm-hmm.
a semester of school is like 4 or 5 months like straight of constant stress and no breaks.
Yeah. Yeah, like the thing about school that's different from work, like like I'm trying to explain, like I guess the best wording would be for is the being in classes isn't just you spend the time and you leave. Being in classes is just it's like a
It's your
24/7
fucking
mind frame. Like
it's your
your life is these classes, and you're doing work at home for it, and you're doing work going out place to libraries, you
and
work
you
for it,
are
and you're
paying
studying,
money and you
and
are
you are
paying
paying money to do it.
money.
Yes, and it's like,
God.
and then you work, and it's like this you get paid for your hard effort and time, and the second you leave after 5 o'clock or whatever your shift ends, you're done. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about it. You can go home and do whatever you want. You know what I
That
mean?
is true. That is really that's my favorite thing is like I've never had since like since I was a small child, there has not been a stretch of 6 months in which I have been I've not been constantly stressed. For like
Mm-hmm.
I got like those 2 months of summer off per year, but the rest of it
Yeah.
is constant stress. So this is the first time in like a decade where I'm not feeling that pressure constantly, and
Mm-hmm.
I I don't know if the pressure will even come back when I go back to school.
You just feel like you're gonna be so done.
I feel
You
like
just feel like
I'm going to be so like burnt out on it that feeling won't even affect me, because it's like I could just leave. I could leave here. I could go get a job and just not deal with this. I don't even know if the feeling will affect my. I don't know if it'll affect me. So I don't know how well I'll do.
yeah. Yeah, for me, I'm just like I just gotta get through this semester and a half, and then as second I'm done with that, I am free. Even if I get a job completely unrelated to like what I do, do you sort of know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I'm
Yeah.
done. I don't like.
I'm.
It's at this point where I don't have to do any. Like, I don't have to do anything. I could get a job in a completely unrelated field and there's no consequence because I'm just supporting myself and gaining money to survive. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like where it's like if you take stupid classes that don't relate to what you're doing, there's a consequence because you're in school longer.
Yes.
But with job, you can get whatever job will take you.
Yeah. And I'm in this. Well, did I tell you that I'm going to attempt to graduate in like 2 semesters and then a summer. So like,
Is it possible?
I'll only be like 6 months behind you or something.
Okay, so you plan to graduate at the end of next summer.
Yeah, I have
Don't you have to do another
I have 11
though?
class. No, I'm gonna cancel that. I don't want to do it. Fuck it.
Can you cancel it?
Yes, I can cancel it. You only have to do one.
Okay.
So, like, I'm in this weird spot where I'm going to be graduating in like within a year, and like I don't know how to I'm in this weird crossroad where I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm in a job that is not in a field that I ever intend on doing, but because I don't have I don't for some reason they hired me. I have taken 0 classes in this field, and I likely will take 0. My degree does not pertain to it, and I will likely never do. I will likely never touch it after I'm done with this job. So I've just like stolen the experience from someone who probably needed it from this profession, and
hey, I mean, I'm a journalism major. I'm applying to a lot of like publishing companies that publish books for like editing and stuff.
Like, who else are they gonna hire from?
I guess the English majors, and yeah, like, I mean, you're right. Yeah, but like, my whole thing is if my major has taught me anything, it's taught me that I don't want to do standard journalism. Like, I have no desire to do it. And like, it's just, I think it's a good thing though. I think it's good I've learned that it's something I will be miserable doing, because
I think it's
that
really
way I
good
know what jobs not to apply for.
I think it's really good because like journalism will be like, it'll be dead within our lifetime, probably well before you retire, I'd say. Like,
journalism,
there will no longer
be dead. There will always be some form of journalism.
There will no longer be jobs in journalism, right? Because it's been demonstrated time and time again that like actual investigative journalism does not make money. Clickbait does make money, and people will write clickbait for free.
10 reasons why Joshy K is part of the best podcast. You won't believe what happens next. Gone sexual.
Oh my god.
Fuck school. Fuck work.
Yeah, I feel like we've exhausted that topic though.
Fuck the world.
Have you been playing anything, Josh? Anything of interest to you come out?
Playing anything?
Yeah.
I've been playing the new Zelda.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda, Sick Boys. Ganondorf gets a dastardly cold. Link
he becomes a very sick boy.
Link has to get some medicine to him.
My boy.
But the game
My
tastes
sick boy.
Bad. The game tastes bad, so you know that.
Wow, yeah, real great. That is
I
the
wish
future
I had
of journalism.
The Wii U, but I wish I had the Wii U, but I can't.
Or the Switch. The Switch would be cool too.
Oh shit, you're right. The Switch. I call it the Wii U.
Wii U.
Oh man.
But you can play it on the Wii U.
I don't have, like, the thing is, everyone's like, oh, I'm poor, so I'm just getting on the Wii for the Wii U. I'm like, I don't have a Wii U to begin with.
Do you even have a Wii? Does your Wii even work?
My Wii works. It's not plugged in. It's just sitting somewhere in my house. But like, my whole thing is I might as well get the Switch because I don't have a Wii U.
At this juncture in my life, I own like the consoles that I own a GameCube, I own a 3DS, a DS, and a Game Boy Advance.
It's like I used to be so up to date with the latest stuff. I own I own the new 3DS XL, which is the newest portable system, but my newest
Well, the Switch
for
is
sure
the newest portable
100%.
system.
Yeah, I guess, but like my newest 100% for sure working system is a GameCube,
Yeah.
which is the best console. I don't need any other console. I can just keep buying GameCube games and I'm good.
It's cubicle. Cubicle.
Speaking of video games, you're going
What's up?
to a video game related thing soon.
Yeah, I'm going to PAX East this weekend. It's gonna
PAX
be fun.
East infection.
Yeah, I have a PAX East infection. PAX is always fun, but I feel like I'm not.
What's gonna happen? What are you gonna
prepared.
do?
What do you mean? What am I gonna do?
Wait, so you met like the Ruby Music people and Mega Satura stuff? That was a year ago.
That was, I think it was over a year ago.
That's insane. I feel like that was like a month ago. You know?
I've
There's no way. There's no way because we did the PAX podcast. We did a PAX podcast, and that was in the summer.
No, it wasn't. It was in April. That was the first podcast.
So we
that was
must
the
have done
first
it like the
podcast.
beginning of May, like the podcast. So you must have done it. So it's been almost a year. Like 10 months. That's crazy. I feel like it was like a month ago.
Hold on.
It's my timeline. My perception of time is all messed up. Because last summer feels closer than when I was in DC.
I've realized that my sense of time like no longer works.
Yeah, like I understand like it's so weird because as you live longer, your perception of time changes. Because like when I was a little kid, a year felt like an eternity.
Because
like,
because it's a bigger portion of your life. Of course, it's.
Yeah, but like what a year feels like to me now, a month felt like to me when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like a months were so long period of time. Now like a month is nothing. It's like a month is how I used to perceive a week. It's like this whole mess up time cycle. Speaking of time, oh wait, no, I don't want to finish talking about PAX East. I want to hear about what you're gonna do at PAX East. I have no
fucking idea. I haven't made my schedule yet.
Oh shit, you should probably do that. You should go see Mega 64, Rowdy Boys.
Of course, I'm going to see them and buy.
Please get me
a
a Todd and Aaron poster.
I will get you a Todd and Aaron poster as long as it's in stock.
Thank you. You should film some videos.
I will very clearly film something.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, because I have a fan base now, I will film. I did film something last year. So are you definitely going to
see Auntie Donna?
That's the thing. I don't know because they just announced their American tour, and it's like I could go see them at PAX, or I could just see them on tour if I'm around.
But tour will cost extra money.
The tour will cost extra money, but I don't know. I have to decide. It's not like it's a big commitment. It's just which line I get into.
Yeah, PAX. It comes with PAX, right? It's not separate, right?
Yeah, everything is yes.
I'm a bikey man from a bikey gang, living in my crackton, making crack. I love killing, thieving, and extortion. Give me $20, I'll give you.
I'll give you an abortion. I love cocaine. Selling it to kids.
Okay. Speaking of comedic genius, I'm almost done rewatching a show. I got excited like about the possibility of Rick and Morty season 3 coming out remotely soon. So I got excited and antsy, and I rewatched most of the show within the course of a couple of days. I'd say Rick and Morty is probably the other than Gurren Lagann, it's probably the only show I can confidently say is perfect. You know what I mean? There is no flaws. It is a masterpiece. Everything is perfect. There is, except for probably, I'm going to rewatch the second television episode for the first time, like, soon, like, probably tonight. So I'll get back to you on that. But other than that second television episode, there's literally, every episode is fantastic. there is so much
Except
depth.
for
Like
that one
every time
episode you don't like.
What'd you say?
Except for that one episode you don't like.
Yeah, I just said that.
No, didn't you say every episode is fantastic?
I just said I just talked about how the second TV episode.
Oh, I totally blanked out for that. But like that makes me mad because it's like when everyone was begging like, "Oh my god, please do a TV episode every season," and they did a second TV episode, and I was like, "Oh, it's so unoriginal." It's like you see the thing asked for it.
Okay, the thing is,
fuck.
I'm like about to get to that episode on my rewatch, so I will get back to you and let you know if it's actually as bad as we thought it was once I watch it again. Because it might be like we were expecting so much, and then we're just disappointed.
The point of this episode is everyone said, "Hey, the one in the first season was so funny. Just do this every season." And they said, "All right, fuck it," and they improvised an episode.
Okay, but 60 Minutes, the first TV episode, I think it might be the best episode of television ever written. Or not ever made, because most of it wasn't written.
It's really great, but I don't think it's that,
What would you say is, like, better? You see, it's not even my favorite episode of Rick and Morty. My favorite episode of Rick and Morty is the Hive Mind episode.
The Unity one? That is a fan favorite.
See, I don't think it's the best, but it's my personal favorite. But this show, like, every time you watch it, you can watch it infinite times and you will notice more things. There's so much little things in the background, little details, there's so much continuity that's just in the background. Like something will happen in one episode, and that stays in all the other episodes, even it's like just with little background details. And
like what?
I'm trying to think of an example, but I forgot to write one down. I saw one that I noticed that I was going to text you about, and I can't remember it now. It was something in his in Rick's garage, like something from a previous episode that was just there now, and I can't remember what it was. But like, oh, it's such a good show. It's literally so good, and it's probably like my third or fourth time rewatching it, and it's still just as good. You haven't even seen every episode yet, right?
I haven't seen the second TV episode, and there's one other that I haven't seen. So I think
you didn't see the Purge one, right?
Yeah, I never watched that one.
Okay.
Is that
Purge
one
one's great.
I
mean every episode's good.
I've literally never seen anything from that episode. I don't think.
The Purge episode?
Yeah.
Oh man, it has a great I don't want to say anything, but
don't say anything. I'll watch it. But like,
yeah, but like, and it's so weird because like they were just talking about this on the newest Procrastinators. How like for a show that's like everyone says is so ironic and everything, it has like such good emotional character development. Like, it's crazy.
That's true.
I love this show. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best show not made by the Japs.
It's my favorite anime.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's made by Dan Harmon Miyamoto.
I touch faces with Dan Harmon.
I'm staring right at he's staring right at me right now.
Dan Harmon?
He's staring at me.
With the picture of
So I have a print of Dan Harmon autographed to me. But it's
too.
Like on the center of the wall that's facing me right now. So it's like he's on the top center and his eyes are facing down like at me. So it looks like I'm intimately staring at Dan Harmon, the creator of Rick and Morty.
What about Justin Roiland?
Yeah. Does he write it too, or does he just do the voices?
Yes, he writes it too.
Okay.
I think he does a lot more on it than Dan. I think he does a lot more on it than Dan does.
Oh, really?
I don't know about a lot more, but I don't know. I think it's at least close to balance.
They're both geniuses.
Yeah.
Shut up, Coco. I wonder if she's even picked up at all on this podcast.
I can hear her, so I'm sure the podcast can also hear her.
That's my dog.
It's cool.
She's at nothing.
She's our guest.
Our special guest, Coco. So what else is going on in the worlds of the fine-looking brothers?
Really not much. Wake up, go to work, come home, watch some videos, go to sleep.
This entire break so far has just been a haze of me watching Rick and Morty, and doing work for school. That's pretty much it. It's just been this cycle, and yeah. I started a One Piece podcast. I'm thinking about ending it already. It's like I do 2 episodes.
Get a better microphone. Get a better microphone.
I get really creatively fueled. I do 2 episodes, and I literally just I don't enjoy this anymore. This sucks. It's not as fun when you don't have anyone to talk with. You know what I mean? When you're just talking to yourself. But yeah, it may continue on. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see how I feel when the new chapter comes out this week.
Cool.
Each, me, son, she.
No, I don't want to sing. I don't want to sing. Don't make me do it. Konnichiwa, sensei, senpai, I pray you notice me. 'Cause I'm a righteous guy who loves my Japanese enemies. Yokozuna, Sakura, Ninja Gaiden, Nipponichi, Shigeru, Miyamoto, Tojo, Ohio, Kamikaze, Sumo, Sushi, Zankoku, na Tenshi no Yoni. 'Cause we're 2 fine-looking brothers who love Japanese anime. Welcome back. That was our intro. That was our theme song.
The podcast is just starting now. Welcome to the
wasn't there
fine-looking brothers podcast.
Welcome to the writing podcast where we talk about our experiences with writing.
No.
What?
It's not today.
What do you mean it's not today?
That's another podcast.
What do you mean it's another podcast? Why can't we talk about it here?
Oh shit, are we getting into a whole nother podcast right now? I'm down.
We're not even a half an hour in, Josh.
Are we really? I feel like we've been here for an hour.
No,
are we really not half an hour in?
We're 28
okay,
minutes
we're shifting the course of this podcast, baby. This is now the writing cast. Shit, I didn't prepare at all.
We had a little bit of a long intro, but it'll be fine.
That was our opening. That was it's like the One Piece openings. They're getting a little longer.
You're gonna cut that part in post, right?
It's like the One Piece openings, how they're getting a little longer with each opening, like how they started at a minute and now they're at 2.5 minutes. Now we're at 28 minutes.
Do you know why?
It's because it takes out of time of the episode.
Yes, it's something you only have to animate once and you can use it 100 times.
Mhm.
Because One Piece is the shittiest
I love in
show.
the One Piece anime, how you can count, they're up to 7 minutes before the actual episode starts. It's you'll have the 2.5 minute opening and you'll have previously on for eons.
I no longer give a pass to the One Piece anime. It's absolute fucking garbage, and everyone who likes One Piece does not even like it.
It's terrible.
I can't believe you watched 700 episodes of that. You fucking idiot.
The manga is
how could you waste
I didn't do it. Stop. I didn't do it. It's not true.
You watched so much of it.
I watched I'd say about half and half. Half I read, half I watched.
Alright, so you watched 350 episodes. You wasted 128 hours on that garbage ass, disgusting fucking.
The manga has this. the manga has this distinct like creative style where it's just like there's a clear style and like aesthetic.
And the show like doesn't because they have to put out an episode every week. And it's like obviously
like
going
this almost
to be
like
absolute
cartoony.
Shit.
It's like this like cartoony but also serious aesthetic that works perfectly, and all the characters fit this aesthetic. There's no character that looks out of place, and it works perfectly. But then they put it in the show, and it just looks like garbage. It should be something so simple for a cartoon to produce a cartoony style, but the show just makes it look terrible.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're producing the cartoon once a week, and it has to look absolute garbage to even shovel out something like that once a week.
For like an action adventure show, like it's like to be once a week, that's pretty tough. And like for once a week forever, not like
to have anything. It is hard enough for me to make a video once a week. You can't. A show takes
imagine making a
23
minute chunk of a story, like completely animated.
Let's just say hypothetically they actually animated 22 minutes.
Okay.
And then so 22 minutes times 60 seconds times, let's say 12 frames a second. That's 15,000 frames.
That's insanity.
You have to draw them. And voice act them and cut it all together and master it.
In a week?
Sound and add sound
effects. I
effects.
assume they do like huge voice acting blocks. Like where they'll have like the voice actors come in and spend like a day doing like a day's worth of episode. You know what I mean? Like I can't imagine that they have them come in every week just for 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
I think it takes a little bit longer to record voices.
Well, it takes I'm guessing like an hour maybe.
Yeah.
So they probably do big chunks of the voice acting, but the animation. Anyway, this is the writing cast.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. It's just gonna be a regular cast.
See, I don't know why you wanted to do a writing cast with me, because writing is like the bane of my existence. I just don't do it.
You're on the podcast. Say hi.
Oh, did you bring myself?
No. No. That was our guest for today. My sister didn't know.
I was our second guest.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not talking about writing today. We're going to talk about cool stuff. One Piece is entering a filler arc in the anime.
Anyway, let's talk about writing.
Are we really talking about writing today?
What else is there? Do you think you can talk more than like 20 minutes about it? I have like when you said writing cast, I'm like, all right, I have like 3 things to say.
Okay, let's hear your things, because maybe they'll inspire
my 3 things are.
Yes.
Writing takes me a really, really long time because it's hard to put the words onto it's hard to put things into words. 2, I wrote 1 good paper in my life, and that was on Seto from Kagero Project. That's the only paper I've ever written that I got.
Little frog boy.
That's the only paper I've ever written that got above a 90. I got a 97 on that. It's like the only.
Got a 97 on a paper about the rich guy from fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't believe it. What is this?
Seto
this
Kaiba.
This is the state of modern journalism. That you'll get a 97
that's
on a paper about a pyramid head.
Yeah. And then last thing, kind of a compound thing. I take it back.
Like a compound sentence, like in writing.
Compound sentence, yes. But I saw something where it said write drunk and edit sober, and that's.
I have a postcard that says that.
Oh really? That is really great advice. I don't know why I never got that before. I'm gonna try that in the future if I ever have to write anything. And
okay.
I feel like it's exactly the opposite for videos, where it's voiceover sober and edit drunk.
Yeah, you see, I'm the complete opposite of the spectrum when it comes to writing, where writing is like my number one thing to do.
You
Like,
you're a great writer.
like, my life's goal is to become a successful author. I've written a book and I'm currently working on my next book. Like, but that's fiction, so that's sort of a separate issue in itself. Writing fiction is so much harder than writing like essays. It's like, but like going back to essays, which is the main crux of like this thing. It's like
Crux.
my issue with my thing with writing is that like if I have to write something and it's not something I'm interested in, it will always not be good. However, if I like get an idea and I'm so excited to write about like a blog post or something, I will sit down and I'll write it in like 30 minutes, like just sit down and write like nonstop for like 30 minutes and then it will be done. And I just have to edit it for grammar. Like if I get if I become passionate about an idea, that idea is going to be written like as best as I can make it in near perfectly for what I was trying to say for like
I feel in a similar way, but it's like
oh shit.
What?
Keep talking, I have to deal with something.
No, what is it? I want to know.
My dad wants to know if I walk the dog and I didn't.
I say LOL no. Anyway, yeah, writing sucks. Don't do it. If I have to write any essays for any future classes, I'm doomed.
Keep talking.
I don't have anything else to say.
Keep talking.
I will. Fucking watch me. What? What's so funny? What? Is it bad? Is it bad? I'm checking to see if my if I have anything.
Okay.
If I have any writing things due. 'Cause I might.
And like for example, like this is what I went into journalism because like I initially went into journalism because I love writing, and I thought, oh hey, this is a major that I can make a living off of. Well, not a great living, but a living off of, and I can write. But then I found out how journalism actually works from experience, and I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's like. See, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad for everyone. I'm saying it's bad. It's not right for me. You know what I mean? Like where a lot of people love getting forced to do a certain type of story, whether they're interested, going out, interviewing people, and writing like this basic formulaic, like mathematically, like you know what I mean, like formalized story, where like they can't have anything creative and out of order and getting it out there. And some people are passionate about that. Some people love doing that because they love like conveying like pure news. You know what I mean? Like I hate that. I hate the restrictions. I hate the formula. I like writing in my form. This is why I've sort of adapted the gonzo journalist umbrella from like Digi and that other guy that created it. I don't know. Oh, Hunter S. Thompson and stuff like that. Like, because that's my style of writing. That's my style of nonfiction writing. Like, I like saying my opinions, what I think of issues, my experiences with things. Very similar to Digi. Like, you know what I mean? Where, like, I don't see the value, especially when you're writing about media, I don't see the value in not being gonzo. Like, if I understand for hard news that some people love it, I don't. So people that love it can go ahead, work in the hard news, work in that industry and do great things. And I'm just like, I'd rather do something gonzo. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Journalism's dead or dying. There's no point. Embrace the future. We're all gonna get replaced by robots.
We're all
within
gonna
our
die.
lifetime.
Come watch TV.
Fuck, that episode is so good.
It's so good. I eat breakfast 20 yards away from my own dead body.
Sometimes I forget how good that episode actually is.
Yeah, that whole speech
He had to
is like
bury
amazing.
himself.
The ending of that episode where he buries himself is perfect. It's them, like, they kill themselves. Morty is traumatized. He throws up, and he's traumatized, and he makes him bury himself. They bury themselves, and he's just like, he's traumatized. He can't.
And it does that little montage of like,
like him walking by, seeing normal family stuff happening. And he just can't comprehend reality, and it just ends. It just ends.
And he's permanently changed. He's a different person. And then I love how Rick just does it with a straight face, right? Like
I feel like Rick's done this before.
Isn't that how this Rick got to their Yeah, I don't even want to theorize about Rick and Morty. It's so up in the air.
It's so complicated.
We'll theorize about it in the future on another podcast.
I gotta go to the bathroom really bad. Do you want to keep this going and you talk and I'll come back?
Don't you have to walk
or do you
want
to just end it? Oh shit, yeah, if I go out right now, I'll think I'm done. Let's continue. I'll hold it in.
Okay.
Anything else to say about writing? There was no way we could have done a whole cast on writing. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Writing about things you don't like is agonizing, but writing about things you do like is the most fun thing you can possibly do.
How do you force yourself to write about things because you write about things that you don't care about all the time, and they're always
it sucks. It's not as good. It's your work will never be as good.
But I can't even
if you read anything I don't care about,
it's
it's not as you just have to. You know what I mean? If you have an assignment that's due, or if you have to do something for work and you're not interested in writing, you just have to do it. But you just have to sit down and do it. There's no choice.
No, what do you mean there's no choice? There is a choice, and the choice is not do it. The choice is either do it or not do it.
Then you get fired or you get an F and you have to retake the class.
It's still a fucking choice that you can make.
Yeah, but this is how I look at it. I'm not going to get fired. I don't want to get fired. I don't want to get an F and have to retake the class. So I'm just gonna do it. That's my only choice. You know what I mean?
We have different perspective. I used to have that perspective, and then something in me broke, and it was like, oh shit.
But you still do it. You never not do assignments. So what keeps you doing them? Do you know what I mean?
That's. I don't know what you're asking.
Do you just not do essays for classes? What do you mean?
I don't have essays due in my classes anymore.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm getting.
The last essay I did, I got like a 60 or something, because I barely cobbled it together. So I was like, all right, well, I don't want to fail this class for the final.
For me personally, I hate math. I hate doing math. It annoys me. It sucks. It drains me.
Math is pretty horrible.
Me writing a hard news story about something I don't care about is the exact same feeling as doing math problems.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say me writing let's say I had to write a local news story about something I couldn't care less about. Me writing that story, the interviews are fine. But me writing that story is the exact same feeling. You're just plugging in words into a formula and completing the math problem to get the sentence.
See, I'm not gonna say I'm very good at math, because I've gotten back-to-back C's. I've barely passed my last 2 math classes. But
yep.
How is writing easier
for me? You want me to try to explain it?
Yeah. Cause there's a right way to do things in math, right? You follow the formula, but writing,
the thing is, math is so it's so, for me, we have different brains. For me, math is just so hard.
Math does not register in my brain.
I don't understand. Me figuring out how to do something sort of complex in math is so hard to grasp. Like once I grasp it, I have no problem.
Josh,
But it's just so hard for me to grasp. I can sit
I
there for an hour listening to someone explain to me exactly how to do some math problem, and I will not be able to do it. You know what I mean?
I have the
Like,
exact same issue, but it also doesn't work for writing. Like
so you don't have a left brain or right brain. You have no brain.
I sometimes I feel like I have no brain.
I'm joking.
No, it's not a joke. That's real.
But yeah, for me, like,
He has
just
no
writing
brain.
just comes so
What's-
much easier to me. Like, I can, even if it's not something I enjoy, like, I can do a bullshit essay very easily. You know what I mean? Like, if I have to write like a bullshit essay, I like just get it. You know what I mean? It's just something I get. It's something I can be like, okay, I know exactly how to do this.
Yeah,
and start typing.
I can sit down and try to bullshit an essay for tens of hours. Like that's how long.
You see, it takes me like if I have to do like a shitty like 2-page essay, that will take me 20 minutes now. I've just done so many of them that it's just become like second nature to do a bullshit essay.
I haven't written anything in well over a year. Probably maybe even 2.
Yes, you had. You literally write videos every week.
I haven't written an essay in like well
Okay.
over a year. If I ever have to do that again, I think I might just drop out.
Like for me though, like
I'm gonna save up a bunch of money to hire one of those professor services to write an essay for you.
for the people that like what I don't understand is that people clump writing for fun and not writing for fun together.
Those are
Will
two
there be, like-
completely different things.
Where I'm saying those
They're
are
not
two
even
completely
comparable.
different actions. Like people are like, oh, if you could just write these like amazing like blog posts, they're like, why can't you just channel that into your essay for class? And I'm like,
I can bang out a script for a video in 20 minutes and for a video that people will enjoy, I can write that out in 20 minutes because
Yeah.
there's no standard format. I have a format that I do, but it's not like that format is how it works in my brain, and I put it down on the paper and there it is.
when there's no like
The essay
when
format
there's
is trying to format my thoughts into this other thing, and it doesn't work. It does not work.
you see do you think like I would say there's a difference between like I used to call all my blog posts essays, you know what I mean? But I feel like I feel like this is the difference. There's academic essays and there's like gonzo journalism essays.
I
You know
feel
what
like
mean?
I feel like academic essays are like this like mutant spawn off of like actual essays, and it's because it's like academia is like all it's all like bureaucracy.
I think
and
it's because
bullshit.
the most famous like people, they probably just took all the best things from their essays that were like free form and completely their own thing and tried to clump it into a formula. You know what I mean? That's probably where this essay formula like
First off,
clearly
fuck the essay formula. I hate it. I hate any
because clearly in academia it's introductory paragraph, a couple of proving paragraphs, and conclusion paragraph.
Oh
That's like
my
the
God.
generic census. But
I
like
hate it.
whenever I write like some like I guess I'll call it for now a gonzo journalism piece, like it will always be completely destructive of that formula. Like I'll take some elements from journalism, I'll take some elements from essay world, I'll take some elements from whatever the hell I want. You know what I mean? Like it will always be this modge completely unformulaic. Like, and I think all the best stuff always comes out from breaking the formula, like breaking the mold. You're never gonna get the best essay you ever read from an academic like formulaic essay. It's just not conducive for like amazing thought. You know what I mean?
I've just decided I will continue to write and release a video every week for the rest of my life until the day I fucking die. I will never write another essay.
Okay, I have to go to the bathroom so bad, so keep talking and I will come back.
I don't have anything to say.
We'll sing some songs, do a little jig or something.
You know what, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom too. Fuck him.